Hello everybody, Sergeant Solge here, and we're back with another How to Rust, and today we're talking about bashing open the underside of a ladder hatch. Now, last night, / yesterday evening, I was watching the Kuda87 stream of him wrecking on kids, right? And someone in chat had said to me that you could take a rock, your normal starter rock that you get level 1, and you could actually bash open a ladder hatch with 1 damage every other swing. Now, this to me sounded a little fishy because any type of door, doesn't matter what it is, you're not going to do 1 damage every other swing, no matter what tool it is, including the rock. So I looked at it and I said, there's no way in hell. They said top or bottom, doesn't matter, your starter rock will smash the hell out of it. So what we're going to do today is, I've already tried it out, I already know what's going to happen. We're going to try it out and we're going to show you exactly what this person was talking about. So starting off, we're going to look at the top side of this hatch. As you can see, it's metal. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Yes, I'm using the bone club. It's all the same in the end, trust me. Now, you could be saying, well, that's the metal side. Maybe you need to hit the wood part. All right, here I am hitting the wood part. Doesn't matter. Top side, pretty much any metal tool that I found, any stone tool, any wooden tool, any tool, bone clubs included, isn't really going to do any damage. It's going to take you a lot of material in order to make enough tools to be able to do enough damage to this thing to make it worth it. However, something that I found out that was really, really cool. If you go to the underside and hit the wooden part of the ladder hatch, check this out. 1, 2, 1 damage. 1, 2, 2 damage. 1, 2, 3 damage. That is your basic starter rock. Not only that, it also works really well for these next 3 items. The bone club, which is extremely cheap, by the way. 1 damage every 2 swings. Check that out. Now, it's a little bit over 1 damage because of the decimals, but, I mean, just do the best you can, obviously. Metal Hatchet. See? 1 damage every other swing, just like the rest of it. As well as the hammer. The Salvaged Hammer does 1 damage every swing. So, basically, these are the 4 items I found that were the best. Pretty much anything that had some kind of a sharp edge didn't do as well as something that was blunt. However, for some reason, the metal hatches seem to do just as well as all the other things. But in terms of cheapness, my bet would be on the bone club. So, starting off with the bone club, you need to be level 1 to unlock it. It takes you 25 swings to shatter this bone club, which means you're going to end up doing 15 damage before it breaks. It's going to take you 17 seconds per bone club. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be 16.6 or 17 bone clubs to go all the way through this ladder hatch. That's going to be 340 bone fragments, and it's going to take you 4 minutes and 45 seconds to bust through this thing by yourself with a bone club. Now, the more people that have bone clubs, the faster this is going to go. 2 or 3 people can have these things opened up within a minute or so. Not too bad, right? Next up, we have the basic starter rock. Now, the rock unlocks at level 1. We all know. You basically start with a rock, so you're going to have them laying around. Now, a rock takes 35 swings before it breaks, and it'll do 17 damage. However, it takes 45 seconds for the rock to break, and it's going to take you roughly 15 rocks to bust through this ladder hatch, or about 150 stone. And it's going to take you 11 minutes and 15 seconds by yourself doing it. Even though rock is relatively easy to get, you just go ahead and find any kind of node and beat it down until you get enough stone, it's still a lot cheaper to use the bone club. Not only that, 11 minutes by yourself compared to almost 5 minutes with the bone club? Yeah, no. Bone club definitely. So next up, we have the metal hatchet. The metal hatchet unlocks at level 11. It takes 68 swings to bust this thing, and you'll do a total of 34 damage, and it'll take you roughly 1 minute to break your hatchet, which means it's going to take, give or take, 7.3 hatchets, or 8, and it's going to cost you 800 wood and 400 metal frags with a total time of 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Still not as good as the bone club, which was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Last, the Salvaged Hammer. Now this one is like my go-to for if I don't have any bone frags. If you find a random Salvaged Hammer, hang on to it, keep it, bring it back to the base. The Salvaged Hammer unlocks at level 16. Yes, you can craft them. It takes you 32 swings to break the hammer, and you'll do 32 damage, because as we saw, the hammer does 1 for 1. 1 damage per 1 swing. Now, in order to break your hammer, it's going to take you 31 seconds. And it's going to take you 7.8 hammers, which is the same cost as the metal hatchet, so 800 wood and 400 metal frags. But it'll take you 4 minutes, give or take a few seconds, to bust through this by yourself. So if you have a large amount of wood and metal frags and you want to save yourself the extra time, you could technically use this hammer. It will go a little bit faster. However, if you don't have the resources on you and you want to do a really quick raid, and there happens to be a dead animal laying around, which there's an animal way over there. Just get 340 bone fragments, and you can chop through a single hatch by yourself. Now you're probably asking yourself, Sergeant Solge, why would I even need to do this? Well, for very good reason. Number one, you don't always raid down. You don't always go from the roof and raid the top of the hatch. Sometimes you've blown through the bottom of the first floor, and you go, well, this is it. It's empty. Obviously the loot's on the second floor. What do I do? Chop, chop, chop. You go through the hatch, right? And then that way, once you get through it, you don't waste any explosives, no satchel charges and whatnot. You buddy boost your guy up there, and all of a sudden he's up here and he goes, oh, I gotta get through this hatch. Well, he can chop through that too. Oh, there it goes. That's gone. So anyway, yeah, it's not exactly as the person in Kuda's chat had said. It isn't a rock does 1 damage every other swing, top or bottom. It's only the bottom. And the rock isn't necessarily the best way to do it. Actually, the rock is the worst way to do it because it takes, give or take, 11 minutes to do 1 whole ladder hatch. And the Bone Club is a lot faster and cheaper in my opinion, but it does actually work. Now, I don't know where this original discovery came from. This person didn't say in chat. However, I still think it's a really good video idea to put out because this could save you a lot of explosives. I mean, you gotta think, going through one of these is about 4 satchel charges. So instead of using 4 charges, I'm sitting there using metal frags and wood. Or 340 bone frags. Yeah, that's a lot cheaper. So anyway, Sergeant Solge, how to rust, and we're breaking through the bottom side of ladder hatches, and we'll see you in the next How to Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more great content from Private Astro or myself, please hit that subscribe button and click on any of the videos above. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Sergeant Solge or Private Astro video. Bye-bye!